Bart became king, but he defied God's teachings and indulged himself in luxury and pleasure. To warn Bart, God sent Giant No 2 to kill his grandfather, swearing to avenge his grandfather. Bart marched into the Colosseum the next day, brimming with confidence. He pulled out his slingshot, planning to ambush the giant, only to find his projectile had vanished without a trace. The giant seized him in one hand and smashed him hard against the ground. Bart had thought this would strip the giant of all his divine power, but the giant's strength remained completely undiminished. Then, the giant hurled Bart away and picked up the crown from the ground. On the other side, Bart was thrown dozens of kilometers away. Just then, Ralph, who had always adored him, drove a flock of goats over, intending to help Bart defeat the giant. But Bart had already lost all will to fight. Upon hearing this, Ralph resolved to take on the giant himself. Ralph ultimately sacrificed his life in the attempt. Once again, Bart swore to avenge the fallen. From that day on, he trained diligently every single day. That night, Bart sneaked to the base of the tower where the giant resided. He had planned to hook the top of the tower with an iron grapple and climb up, but instead, he accidentally snared a guard. As Bart racked his brain for a way to reach the top, the giant hurled down a shower of whale bones from the tower. Then, a massive corncob came rolling down after them. Staring at the enormous corncob, a clever idea sparked in Bart's mind. He modified the cob and used it to scale the tower. An hour later, he finally reached the top. He put on the crown and strode forward, ready to duel.
And my spirit is...
The giant snatched him up and prepared to swallow him whole. In this life or death moment, Bart grabbed an oil lamp and hurled it into the giant's mouth with all his might. After a deafening explosion, the giant vanished without a trace. Bart put on the crown, walked to the edge of the tower, and announced to the crowd that he had defeated the giant. But just then, the giant suddenly appeared behind him. Bart froze in stunned silence only for the giant to be struck by an unknown object and plummet straight down from the tower top. It turned out that the object that had hit the giant was Ralph's tombstone. Bart declared to the people that the giant's tyrannical reign was over once and for all. However, the people had actually revered the giant deeply, for he had governed the kingdom with remarkable order and prosperity. Everyone believed Bart should never have killed the giant, and so, he was arrested and charged with the murder of the giant.